What really happened to Crassus, the richest man in Rome? In the annals of history, Marcus Licinius Crassus stands out as a man of immense wealth, ambition, and a tragic downfall. Known as the richest man in Rome, Crassus's life was a mix of shrewd politics, ruthless business tactics, and unquenchable greed. But what really happened to this titan of Roman history, and how did his quest for glory lead to one of the most infamous defeats in antiquity? A fortune like no other. Crassus's wealth was legendary, even by Roman standards. Born in 115 BCE into a prestigious but not excessively wealthy family, Crassus built his fortune through a combination of inheritance, opportunism, and sheer cunning. In the chaos following the social war and Sulla's rise to power, Crassus capitalized on Rome's instability. He bought properties at fire-sale prices during proscriptions, acquiring estates from those executed as enemies of the state. This ruthless strategy earned him a reputation as both a brilliant financier and a heartless opportunist. By his prime, Crassus owned vast estates, silver mines, and even controlled a private fire brigade. His team would negotiate prices with property owners as their buildings burned, extinguishing flames only after securing a sale. Crassus the politician. Wealth alone wasn't enough for Crassus. In a society where power and prestige were tied to political and military achievements, he sought to cement his legacy. Crassus formed the first triumvirate with Julius Caesar and Pompey the Great, a powerful political alliance that controlled Rome. While Pompey was a celebrated general and Caesar a rising political star, Crassus often felt overshadowed. His contributions to the alliance were largely financial, funding campaigns and public spectacles. However, he yearned for military glory to rival his partners, particularly Pompey. The campaign against Spartacus. Crassus did have some military accomplishments. He famously crushed the slave rebellion led by Spartacus in 71 BCE. Despite initial setbacks, Crassus's disciplined leadership ultimately defeated the rebel army. To send a message, he crucified 6,000 captured slaves along the Appian Way, a brutal display of Roman authority. Yet even in victory, Crassus's glory was eclipsed by Pompey, who returned to Rome from a campaign in Hispania just in time to claim credit for mopping up the remnants of Spartacus's forces. This slight further fueled Crassus's ambition. The Parthian gamble. Crassus's insatiable desire for recognition led to his fatal decision, an ill-fated campaign against the Parthian Empire. In 53 BCE, Crassus, now in his 60s, launched an invasion of Parthia, a wealthy and powerful kingdom in the east. He sought to replicate the conquest of Alexander the Great and secure his place as a military hero. However, the campaign was doomed from the start. Crassus underestimated the Parthians and overestimated his army's capabilities. The Parthian forces, led by the brilliant general Charina, employed tactics unfamiliar to the Romans, including hit-and-run maneuvers and devastating volleys of arrows from mounted archers. The disaster at Carrhae. The defining moment of Crassus's downfall came at the Battle of Carrhae. In one of Rome's most humiliating defeats, Crassus's forces were annihilated in the scorching deserts of modern-day Turkey. Outmaneuvered and unprepared for the Parthian cavalry, the Roman legions suffered heavy casualties. Crassus's inability to adapt to the Parthians' tactics and his over-reliance on traditional Roman formations sealed his fate. Desperate to negotiate, he met with Charina under a flag of truce but was betrayed. Accounts vary on how Crassus died. Some say he was killed outright, while others claim he was executed in a grotesque manner, with molten gold poured down his throat as a symbolic punishment for his greed. The aftermath and legacy. Crassus's death marked the end of the first triumvirate and plunged Rome into political turmoil. Without Crassus as a balancing force, tensions between Caesar and Pompey escalated, eventually leading to a civil war that reshaped the Roman Republic. Crassus's legacy is one of complexity. He was a man whose ambition and avarice drove him to unparalleled heights of wealth, but also to a catastrophic downfall. His life serves as a cautionary tale of how greed and an insatiable thirst for glory can lead even the most powerful individuals to ruin. What really happened? Crassus's story is a blend of historical fact and legend. While his death at Carrhae is well documented, the molten gold tale may be apocryphal, a fitting metaphor for a man defined by his insatiable greed. What is certain, however, is that Crassus's hubris and overreach turned his quest for immortality into a cautionary tale that has endured for centuries. What do you think about Crassus's story? Was he a visionary driven by ambition, or a man blinded by greed? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to explore our other videos on history's most fascinating figures.